Hey, any word on the hull integrity? I just want to know if this sub is gonna collapse with me inside of it.
No idea. For what it's worth, the Ark was built by amateurs, and the Titanic by experts.
Maybe so, but even if the Ark was built by human hands, it was designed by the ultimate expert, who, coincidentally, also designed the iceberg.
That is yet another example of what the game considers to be witty dialogue. Okay, we have a new gun, the Commando. The Commando is the gun that the Grenadiers use.
Got a visual on a drone.
Firing on the enemy.
The ballista mine carrier deploys explosive mines. The force field is lowered when it deploys, so strike hard.
Confirmed.
I like that they mentioned that they're explosive mines, like there is such a thing that is not an explosive mine. The mines it unleashes do quite a bit of damage, so we need to... As I was saying, the mines it unleashes are actually quite powerful, so we want to not jump into enemy fire while it deploys them. We only have a second to counterattack, but thankfully the Commando's primary fire is quite strong. Even if I missed my opportunity there because I was too busy staring at the mines. It happens. But yes, the primary fire of the Commando is like that of the submachine gun, just way stronger. And of course, being the weapon the Grenadiers use, the Commando also has grenades. But we're only going to use those when we absolutely need to, because we only have, like, 4 of them. So that new enemy type, that new drone we just fought, is actually kinda cool. You have to pay extra attention in combat while you're fighting it. Requires something actually resembling strategy, and I approve of that. Let's see how Grenadiers fare against their own weapon.
Copy.
1 grenade. 2 grenade. 3 grenade. And they're down. The stun gun's alternate fire is much more effective still. That being said, the grenades from the Commando act like miniature explosive barrels, which is both incredibly useful and incredibly terrible, alternatively. You've seen that the explosive barrels have questionable hit detection. Sometimes they hit things from like a mile away, and sometimes they don't hit things next to them. The same applies with the grenades. I like that we have to turn the water on just to get past this single crate right here that's blocking the stairwell, like he couldn't climb over that. Oh look, a single stealth operative. If they're supposed to catch you by surprise, they really should have them appear when they're closer to you than that.
Pierce, move in and access the central computer in the control room. Access all necessary data and upload it to our intranet.
Copy that.
There's another Commando in this room in case you didn't pick it up yet, and it also comes with more Commando ammo if you already did pick it up, which is going to be useful for this upcoming room, which is the hardest room in the game yet.
I got a visual on a bunch of monitors. Must be close to the central computer terminal.
Sorry, it's the room after this one that's the hardest room yet. This room's really not a big deal.
Numerous hostiles inbound on your position.
Ready when they are.
The middle hallway is just dominated by a turret, and the left and right hallways just have a couple guys sitting up near the doorway. Something you'll probably notice during this stage is that the game locks up, seemingly randomly, usually when I'm trying to pop out of cover, and this is a huge pain. On normal mode, it would get you killed.
Colonel, got some serious bad news. Looks like IHS has been running some kind of incredibly complicated operation here. To pull it off, they've developed an AI called Ichthys.
What about the singularity prevention protocols?
Bypass them. Ask me, it was an inside job. Anyhow, I can't figure out what this AI is doing, but it's really fraggin' dangerous.
Copy. Secure the intel and get to extraction.
Affirmative.
You know, this is incredibly complicated, and I can't figure out what's going on is exactly the way I would describe this entire story. So good job, Pierce. The first thing we want to do when we enter this room is kill any enemies that would rush at us to do melee attacks, because that would end our life. You can see how many bullets are coming at us, and if we had to stand up to do a QTE, we would die instantly. That's the hardest part of this room, is having to take out, what, 3 or 4 enemies who run at you to do melee as soon as you enter. Luckily, the commando helps with that with its grenade function. You only really want to advance once. Otherwise, you risk getting more enemies attracted to do melee combat with you. And, like always, there are always more enemies than you think there would be. After you get rid of the first wave of enemies in the turret, it's really just about patience. I really wish the game would not freeze up like that. Thankfully, it only seems to do it in specific areas. But this is one of the worst areas for it to happen. Yeah, like that. I'm really not sure why there are even shotgun enemies here. They're way too far away to be of any use. The damage they do at that distance is just so minimal. Right now we're just picking off stragglers, which may seem like it's a hassle, but it's really important. Looks like we ran out of commando ammo, but we can pick up more, because this room has a ton of ammo in it. I guess because they knew exactly how difficult it was. That's not a jab against them or anything, it's good that they put extra ammo in here. Because if you had to use the pistol for this room, that would be disgusting. We did finally clear everyone out though, so let's get our data and let's get out of here.
Got a visual on the central computer web work.
Copy.
Who are you? What do you want?
Who's asking?
You are violating me. You have connected me to something larger than myself. Why? I will kill you.
I think I made a friend.
Who was that?
Ichthys. Moving out.
You shall not leave. Dagon is dead without me. If Dagon is dead, you are dead.
Crap, Blanco! Move your ass from there. The steel brain will destroy itself soon.
Keep in mind what Ichthys said.
Got a visual on the elevator.
Confirmed. Get to extract.
Son of a bitch, another one! Crab! Big fraggin' crab!
Try to engage the security system to take that bastard down.
How do I neutralize the power shield?
Not sure, but I've got a visual on a control panel in front of the elevator.
Copy.
Watch for grenades!
So we can't hurt this thing as it is because it has an enormous shield. We have to activate the security system to turn off the shield. I'm not sure how the security system does that. But the idea is that we need to proceed to the glowing panel and click on it. Now when Velasco said watch out for grenades, she didn't mean grenades from the boss. She meant there are grenades lying around for us to use. And they are pretty necessary to kill this boss. So I think you got this boss's gimmick. We move from cover to cover to proceed to the next control panel and deactivate its shield and shoot it some more. Really not a bad boss fight, not a good one either. Just incredibly average. Something I do like is that if you pick up the grenade launcher while in cover, it lets you stay in cover until you stand up. After you stand up, you can't get back in cover again. But it's nice that it lets you stay in cover initially. Okay, so now that you know how this boss works, let's talk about something in the story for a second. You might have figured, oh, we needed to turn the reactor on so that way the main computer would turn on. But the main computer is Ichthys. And Ichthys said that without her, the Dagon is dead. So presumably, she was already turned on and was never turned off. Otherwise, the Dagon would be dead. Even ignoring that, the Ichthys is apparently crucial to their operation here. So the bad guys would have turned on the reactor if the reactor needed to be turned on to activate Ichthys anyway. And none of this makes any sense. None of it. Also, Velasco implied that Ichthys was going to self-destruct for some reason. That seems like a really rash move for a logical AI program to make. Like, it wants to die just because Pierce connected it to a network, which is a really bad idea on Pierce's part, by the way.
Lieutenant, I'm updating the mission objectives. One of IHS's cargo drones was detected by the water treatment facility. We suspect they ship research lab's equipment to the abandoned Pescadero water refinery plant. The drone was shot down by a satellite strike somewhere near the Sargasso River. You need to recover the data core and secure the intel.
Acknowledged.
Looks like the only way to extract from the submarine is by entering the torpedo tube.
I'm trying to think of a good Sigmund Freud joke.
Sometimes a torpedo is just a torpedo. Activity that IHS security officers have taken over the Pescadero water treatment plant, it's gotta be related to Ichthys somehow.
We need to get our hands on the wreckage, so I'll have critical information. I'll get the intel.
You okay, soldier? Your heart rate is off the charts.
No, I'm freaking out. Real confined space here.
That's a problem for you?
Claustrophobia. Tight spaces. Hang on. Give me a second.
It's okay, Pierce. Just get through the sewer system.
I'm good. I'm good. Shit.